Ever feel like the universe has a really weird sense of humor and is just messing with us for fun? Well, strap in, because human history is filled with coincidences so absurd, you will swear reality was written by a lazy Hollywood screenwriter who gave up on logic. We are talking about mind-boggling glitches in the Matrix, unbelievable timing, and people having the exact same bizarre luck twice. It is like reality accidentally hit copy-paste on a cosmic spreadsheet and hoped nobody would notice. So grab your tinfoil hat, grab a snack, and let us dive into the craziest coincidences in human history that will make your brain melt. And stick around until the end, because one guy literally could not escape the American Civil War even if he tried. Back in 1900, King Umberto I of Italy went to a small restaurant for dinner and noticed the restaurant owner looked exactly like him. They were identical twins from different mothers. But it gets weirder. They were both born on the exact same day in the exact same town, and both married women named Margarita. That is so absurd. It is like walking into a Denny's and finding out the cook has your face, your birthday, and your browser history. To top off the cosmic prank, the next day, the restaurant owner was tragically shot, and just hours later, King Umberto was assassinated too. Talk about synchronization from hell. Legendary author Mark Twain was born in 1835 on the exact day Halley's comet flew past Earth. Decades later, Twain joked that he arrived with the comet and expected to go out with it too. He said the Almighty undoubtedly declared, "Here are two unaccountable freaks. They came in together. They must go out together." Predicting your own death based on a giant flying space snowball sounds like prime main character energy. And sure enough, Mark Twain passed away from a heart attack in 1910, the exact day after Halley's Comet made its very next appearance. Now that is calling your shot. Violet Jessop was an ocean liner stewardess who might just be the luckiest or unluckiest person to ever walk the Earth. In 1911, she was aboard the HMS Olympic when it collided with a warship. 1 year later, she was working on the Titanic when it hit the iceberg and survived in a lifeboat. You would think she would stick to land, right? Nope. In 1916, she joined the hospital ship Britannic, which struck a naval mine and sank. She survived that too. Standing next to Violet on a boat would be like carrying a lightning rod in a thunderstorm while wearing metal armor. In 1864, Robert Lincoln, the son of President Abraham Lincoln, was standing on a crowded train platform when he slipped and fell toward the open space between the platform and a moving train. Out of nowhere, a famous actor grabbed him by the collar and pulled him to safety. That heroic actor was Edwin Booth, the brother of John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Abraham Lincoln just a few months later. Finding out your life was saved by the assassin's brother is like getting saved from drowning by your nemesis's mom. In 1945, a Japanese man named Tsutomu Yamaguchi was on a business trip in Hiroshima when the atomic bomb exploded, leaving him badly injured. Miraculously, he survived, got his wounds bandaged, and hopped on a train back to his hometown for some peace and quiet. His hometown? Nagasaki. 3 days later, while describing the Hiroshima blast to his boss, the second atomic bomb dropped right outside his office window. He survived both nuclear explosions and lived to be 93 years old. The universe dropped 2 sons on him, and he just shrugged it off. When Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in 1914, launching World War I, he was riding in an open-top convertible. The license plate of that fateful car was A111-118. Fast forward to the end of the war, for years later. The armistice that ended World War I officially went into effect on November 11, 1918. Written numerically, that date is 11/11/18. That license plate literally had the exact end date of the war printed on it before the war even started. In 1838, Edgar Allan Poe wrote a fictional novel about shipwrecked sailors who ran out of food and had to eat a cabin boy named Richard Parker. It was completely made up from Poe's creepy imagination. 46 years later, an actual ship sank in real life. The starving survivors were forced to eat their youngest crew member to survive. His actual, real name? Richard Parker. Poe did not write fiction. He wrote a spoiler alert for real life. In the 1930s in Detroit, a mother was holding her baby near an open high-rise window when the baby suddenly slipped and fell. Below on the street, a street sweeper named Joseph Figlock was sweeping the pavement when the baby landed directly on him. saving the child's life. Exactly 1 year later, Joseph Figlock was sweeping an alleyway when another baby fell out of a window and landed right on him again. Both babies survived. This guy was literally an involuntary human safety net. In 1979, twin brothers who had been separated at birth were reunited for the first time at age 39. They discovered they were both named Jim by their adoptive parents. Both had childhood dogs named Toy, both excelled in math and woodshop, and both drove identical blue Chevrolets. It gets weirder. Both married women named Linda, got divorced, and then married women named Betty. They even gave their sons the exact same name, James Allen. At that point, you have to wonder if they were controlled by the same sim gamer. In 1861, the very first major land battle of the American Civil War, the Battle of Bull Run, took place right on the farm of a merchant named Wilmer McLean in Virginia. Cannonballs tore through his house, so he packed up his family and moved south to escape the war. 4 years later, General Lee surrendered to General Grant, officially ending the Civil War. Where did they sign the surrender documents? In the parlor of Wilmer McLean's new house in Appomattox. The Civil War literally started in his front yard and ended in his living room. So there you have it. Proof that history is not just a series of events, but a cosmic comedy show with some very strange writers. If you ever feel like your day is bizarre, just remember a baby might fall on Joseph Figlock again tomorrow. If you enjoyed these crazy historical coincidences, smash that like button, subscribe for more hilarious deep dives, and drop your favorite coincidence in the comments below. See you in the next video.